And there you have tonight's starting lineups for this 8th grade championship game here in Camden County between Yellin and Berlin. Both teams 10-4 in the regular season. Both teams split. The game that was played in Berlin earlier in the season, Stratford won by 20. The game here, Berlin won by 20. I'm Tad Kozineski along with Kevin Schulz. And Kevin, a game we look forward to every year, and we don't know what to expect in this one.
And just like a lot of the games we've had, two teams coming out here evenly matched, just based on what you said, Tad, with them trading off wins and losses against each other. So it should be a pretty interesting and exciting matchup. And again, you know, the excitement is definitely seen by a packed house here.
Stratford gets the tap first as we are getting underway here in this 2020 championship game. Raymond drives baseline hard and puts it in his first two.
Raymond's one of those kids who can create his own scoring opportunity and show just that off a quick first step on by that baseline.
Stratford runs his zone defense. Here's a three. That is long. Rebounded nicely by Ankar. Fast break. Raymond. Here's Camardo. Thought about it. Kicks it back out. Raymond inside.
Good ball movement initially on the outside.
Raymond air ball over the back on a foul. Dom Gordon, that's his first, team's first.
And that's one thing Yellin has to watch out for is the foul trouble, because that's what happened in one of the games where a lot of them fouled out. Look for Berlin to go right at some of these guys down in the low post.
Stratford by 2, just underway. All kinds of traffic there for Balmer. Inside, knocked down, goes Stratford's way.
They tried to get that look, but a good job defensively there by Dagmar Kai.
Stratford with a 2-0 lead. Raymond thought about it, now drives the lane, he is short, grabs his own rebound and puts it in. So Raymond with 4.
Great effort and great quickness there by Raymond, getting his own rebound, just going up over everyone.
He's probably the most natural scorer on this Stratford team.
And that's a, you know, that's a good way of putting it, because that's one thing you see. He's got real good instincts and good scoring ability.
Foul there goes against Premier Long. That'll be his first, the team's second. Premier is a 7th grader.
Raymond is definitely one of those guys, if you go on any type of a scoring drought, that you just say, hey, get us a bucket.
Berlin looking for their first points of the night. Send it all the way back for Balmer. Balmer had a good game the first time these two teams met. That's Feeney, swings it around. Here's a 3, that's a 2, check that. Loose ball taken in, now a jump ball is the call.
And almost had Yasmer Kaya and Raymond fighting over this. I don't think they realized the other had it, and then the Berlin kid grabbed the ball.
About 2 minutes into action here in the first quarter, and they're going to get another foul reaching around. And this is the way the game went the last time here, as the big men each picking up a foul for Stratford.
And it could be a situation where Coach Joe Kogan goes to his depth early on in this game.
3 team fouls already for Stratford, none for Berlin. Pressure tapped by Camardo. Camardo on his steal. Camardo to the hoop, and he'll go to the free throw line.
A great job of Camardo going in, taking on contact, not swaying away at all. Put himself in position to draw the foul.
Camardo, a 7th grader, an outstanding soccer player and an outstanding baseball player as well. That's his first point of the night. 5-0 Stratford early on.
Well, except for a couple fouls, definitely a great start for this Yellin team.
Short on that shot. Big rebound underneath and put in by Dom Gordon. 7-0 Stratford.
I mean, you look at Gordon, Yasmer Kaya, and Raymond have done down low, Stratford is definitely dominating the low post on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Here's Feeney for a 3. That's an air ball. And it'll be Stratford ball. One thing we haven't mentioned, Kev, it's very crowded in here, and it can be a little intimidating early on.
Absolutely. And these Yellin kids are in it every year. Maybe some of these guys hadn't played last year, but they've been around this environment.
Raymond swatted away by Bomber. Stratford inbound.
And that's a big play. We talked about how the Stratford bigs are dominating, and just a great job by Bomber denying Raymond on that drive.
Raymond for 3. No good. Rebounded inside. Out of bounds. Goes to Berlin.
Let's go, Berlin.
Enkar had it for a second and lost it.
Yeah, Yasmer Kaya had real good position down low on Bomber. Was able to get that rebound, but instead lost control.
Squires stay in their zone. This is a 3. Long. Nice rebound. Bomber. And he's fouled and counted. Foul goes against Raymond. That'll be his first, the team's 4th. Bomber puts Berlin on the board. He'll get one more from the free throw line.
And again, Bomber right now is really bringing Berlin to life.
He's probably the biggest problem for Stratford in this game.
Yeah, didn't have great position there, but had a good high bounce on that rebound, and it just did a good job taking on contact, pivoted, and showed a real good offensive low post move.
There's no doubt, as he goes, that's how the Berlin team goes.
You can definitely see that.
4-point lead, Stratford. Camardo fakes, goes baseline. Tries to put a shot up. Picks up his own rebound. And we're going to get a double dribble and a turnover. Nice effort there by Brandon Raymond, but turnover.
Yeah, and I think what Bomber did on that defensive end, stopping Raymond and then having that low post move, I think injected a little bit of confidence in this Berlin team. Like you said, Tad, with this crowd, they were a little tighter early on.
Here's an easy one inside. Missed, though, and they're going to get an over-the-back call on Bomber. So Bomber picks up his first, the team's 2nd.
Yeah, great ball movement by Berlin, but good job by Stratford getting over there defensively and ultimately having Bomber get called for the foul.
Raymond kicks it back out, and we're going to get a travel, or a 3-second in the lane. Yagmer Kaya. So a couple back-to-back turnovers down the floor for Stratford.
Come on, Berlin, let's go. Settle down here, settle down.
Berlin with the ball, they trail it by 4. And there is 3 seconds in the lane against Bomber.
Yeah, you need to move a little bit more down there. And in previous trip down the floor, you saw Berlin have real good ball movement around the outside. I think that's what you need to beat this Stratford team. Get them out of position, but you got to move it on the outside. You got to have good ball fakes and kind of know where the ball's going before you get rid of it.
Nice drive. 10-footer is blocked and taken away by Halderman. Halderman has it taken away. Good, that's a heads-up play by Yargamarka. Camardo fakes, baseline, looking. Raymond swings it over. Here's the 3 for long. No good. Rebounded by Bomber. 4-point lead, Stratford. Berlin with the ball. You can see how they really overplay Bomber, number 40. Here's a 3. Long. And they play on. Oh, hitting his head hard.
Come on, Mike, let's go.
Here goes Long. Contact, a block, no shot. Foul goes against Marini. That's his first, the team's 3rd. Enkar Yagmer hit his head hard on the floor towards the right. Appears to be okay.
Definitely a little slow getting up, but you see Long right there. Saw that Berlin was a little out of control, a little out of position, and took advantage of it with the drive to the basket.
Raymond is Long off Feeney, who grabs the rebound. He's double teamed. Long got a hand on it, and it stays with Berlin. 3:11 to go here in this first quarter. 4-point lead, Stratford.
Berlin, let's calm down. Pull.
Again, they'll give you the 3-point shots. They don't want to get beaten inside. Feeney travels, loses it for a second. Picked up Camardo. Camardo from behind, off Camardo, and Berlin ball.
Yeah, that's a real good defensive play by Dylan Marini, chasing down a speedy Camardo.
Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Again, Berlin with the ball down 4.
And Tad, you said it, in his zone defense, they're just set. Yellin is to collapse down low.
On the end line and a turnover against Haldeman. So both teams turning it over. Stratford got shot out the gate pretty good here, but the last 5 or 6 times down the floor, not much happening.
Yeah, you saw Berlin obviously start to get a little more active on the offensive end, get opportunities, but the game's kind of stabilized with just, like you said, Tad, some sloppy play by both teams.
Raymond from 10, yes. Raymond now with 6.
That's where he's dangerous with that running one-hander, whether he's going down the middle or going along the baseline. Hasn't really gotten a rhythm from the outside, but you really got to watch him hitting some of those openings.
Nice play inside. Get it into Bomber. Bomber scores. He was double-teamed, but got it in. He's got 5.
Now, that's just a case of Bomber taking on contact and doing a good job using his body.
Referee doesn't like something. I guess he saw something. He'll bring it back again. 2:08 to go, first quarter. Stratford by 4. Coach Kogan from Stratford having some words with the official right in front of him. Now the 2 officials are going to come in and talk. The official to our left blew the whistle. I don't think anybody knew what it was for. I think an inadvertent whistle.
Okay.
That's my guess.
We'll have to go with your guess.
That's a guess for now.
We'll go with it.
Stratford with the ball. They're up 4. Long. Raymond back to Long. Camardo has it knocked away, and we're going to get a kick off the foot of Haldeman, and Stratford will inbound. You can see to your left, the stage is filled with people for this one. Raymond back to Long, fakes it. Long lost a good steal there as it's taken away by Haldeman. Haldeman almost gave it away, but Feeney picks it up.
Good heads-up play there by Feeney.
For our Stratford audience, his dad is a teacher at Sterling. Obviously, Mr. Feeney. Shot is missed. Gordon on the rebound, stolen away, and stealing too is Haldeman.
Yeah, Gordon's all over the place. He's somebody you got to look out for. You know, if you telegraph your passes, show too early. He's got great quickness to cut off the passing lane and getting a steal.
That's a bank for 2. The bank was open for Camardo. He's got 3. 4-point lead, Stratford.
And a good job by Camardo stepping up and creating his own scoring opportunity.
Trying to go inside, get it into Bomber, taken away. Here comes Raymond. Raymond will go, collision, and he is going to go to the foul line as he is fouled by Dylan Marine. Actually, I believe that might have been someone else there. I saw, again, they're not posting the fouls, but he was fouled. I thought it was Marini. To the foul line, no, nonetheless, will be Raymond.
And a good job by Raymond. We saw that with Camardo also. Going to the lane, going and taking on contact and putting themselves in position to get to the free throw line by drawing the foul.
Raymond now with 7. Seven of his team's 12. Give him 8. And Stratford goes for their first substitution of the game. Anthony Mudre comes into the game. He'll replace Dom Gordon, who's the spark plug for this team. He's the cheerleader.
And you had Stratford going a little bit of an offensive drought, but Camardo and Raymond came through and now has them out to a 6-point lead.
And that went off the hands of Marini. Tough break for Berlin. Stratford ball.
But a good job of Long being active on the defensive end.
And coming back in, Gordon comes back in. Yagmerkaya also comes back in. And out there on offense, that's a chance to just, you don't want them on defense picking up a foul,
Right.
trying to maintain that.
And they've done a good job just playing good, tight defense, but not lean and not putting themselves in a position of getting bad fouls like they were early on in this game.
Final 40 seconds of the first period. Camardo drives, blocked on the play, picked up by Schaefer. Nice move behind the back, Marini, collision, moving on. Feeney goes inside. Loose ball, that's a hot potato, picked up by Stratford. Here comes Raymond. Down for Long, he goes up, no good. Rebounded by Balmer. 10 seconds, they still play on. Here comes one for Raymond. Raymond hard to the hoop, and he converts. Raymond with 10. 3 seconds, 2, 1. This will not count. That will not count. So we have played 1 quarter in this championship game. Stratford leads it 15-7. Stratford got shot out of the gate a little early in that one, but Berlin was able to hang in there a bit.
Yeah, they hung in, got some baskets, started getting past that initial bit of nervousness. You had some players make some good play on the defensive end, but boy, you got to like the way Yellin closed things out there at the end of that quarter with Raymond coming through. You saw Camardo.
We'll get a look at the cheerleaders right now as they do their thing. The Berlin cheerleaders are here, so let's hear their cheer for a second.
Lions, are you ready? Yes, we are! 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, pull it out. We're back. The Lions are here. The best. That's right. Big Cities are here. Sit back and watch. You're looking at the best. Relax and clap for BCS. Berlin's the name. We'll rock you. The one, the only. Big Blue.
And a good job by the Berlin cheerleaders as we end the first quarter here on Sterling High School TV 19. Glad you're with us, whether you're watching live on YouTube across America or tape delay on Sterling High School TV 19. I'm Tad Kozaneski along with Kevin Schulz. The 8th grade championship game for Camden County. Their coach at Stratford, Joe Cogan, started back in 1981. He's got a ton of divisions and a ton of championships.
It's incredible what the tradition that they've built here, and it's got a team that plays great in the half-court sets, moves the ball around, gets teams out of position.
All right, they're just announcing it right now. They feel that their capacity, they don't want people to go outside as they have squeezed in everyone they could possibly squeeze into this place.
The last time we had that many was when it was Stratford and Summerdale, 2 local teams.
And that was a tremendous game. There's a 3, it's short. Yeah, there was all kinds of high school coaches in for that one too. We'll get to that in a second. Stolen away. Raymond had it and lost it. Now they send it all the way down. Here's Long. He got it in somehow. Long's first 2.
Boy, that's a big-time move by Long, getting in the air, a little pump fake, showing great body control.
10-point lead. Stolen away again. Here comes Camardo. Camardo to the rack, and they'll get the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Berlin's having a problem with kind of telegraphing their passes, and you can't really do that against this Yellin defense. And in that zone, they really do a great job collapsing and reacting down low, and that's what you're seeing. And like I said, Berlin has to move the ball a little bit better and incorporate some ball fakes. And we've seen them do that. They did it earlier in the quarter, but just got caught up and telegraphing.
Tried to get it to Mudre, goes out of bounds. It'll be Berlin ball. As Gordon went out of the game, Mudre comes in replacing him. Gordon was a little shaken up. Just underway, second quarter, 10-point lead, Stratford. The 2020 8th grade championship game. Glad you're with us here on Sterling TV 19. Stolen away, nice read there. And a travel, though, by Yagmerkaya.
Guys, come on.
I'll tell you what, he got the travel, but Micaiah is just really all over the place on the defensive end of the floor and cutting off passing lanes, getting steals, just really showing a gritty effort.
Here's Premier Long on this steal, and he now has 4. Berlin getting sloppy here. I think one of the keys they're having with Bombers, they're not letting him get the ball because he can finish when he gets the ball.
Yeah, and we've seen that early on in that first quarter.
Bodies flying, and we get a travel and turning it over. Look out, referee almost got hit there as Marini turns it over.
Yeah, you're seeing this Berlin team right now just really coming a little unglued. And, again, Tad, I think, one of the biggest things, like you said, they're really denying the ball to Bomber.
Camardo Long. Raymond on the rebound. Rebounded nicely. Agmerkaya has it taken away. Nice steal in the play by Schaefer. Has it stolen right back. And a foul against Schaefer. Schaefer's first foul. The team's 5th foul. As back into the game will be Dom Gordon. He'll replace Anthony Mudrag. 12-point lead Stratford. And now we're going to get a sub, I believe. Are we getting a sub? No, we're not getting a sub. There's a young man standing at the bench. They're not letting him in. Off the back of the backboard, they play on. Missing the shot, they fight for the rebound. Rebounded by Bomber. Usually you'll inbound to the side of the backboard. He was kind of underneath it.
Well, got a lucky bounce, and it went right out to Raymond on the outside.
12-point lead. Berlin trying to get back in it. That's knocked down. Nice job to save it. Here's Camardo. Has the man to his left. Camardo wants his himself and gets it. Camardo with 5.
Yeah, and it all happened because you saw the defense collapse down on Schaefer, get the ball going the other way. Boy, Camardo does a great job running that break and an even better job of finishing.
Great pass. It's missed, up and put in, though, by Bomber, but a great entry-level pass.
Yeah, great pass. And you see Schaefer, because he's getting harassed defensively, was a little too quick to put that shot up. It was a little out of control, but a good job by Bomber getting active on the offensive end right there and finishing.
Long collision, and it goes Berlin's way. Now we get a substitute in. .5:30 to go here in the first half. All right, trying to take the charge there. They play on.
Boy, great defense by Long out there on the perimeter.
There's a man down for Berlin, and now they get a chance to look at him. I believe that's Bomber that went down on that collision.
This Bomber tried to go down the middle.
He's looking at his knee. So down on the play there is Kenny Bomber. He has 7 of his team's 9 points. So if there was ever a guy, if you're a Berlin fan, you don't want to get hurt, he would be your guy.
Yeah, had a little bit of a drought. Yellin was collapsing down on him, trying to deny him the ball. We're doing a great job of it, and just got a little more active on the offensive end in the last couple trips down the floor. And boy, we said it, you said it, that Berlin really needs him.
For our live audience, we are going to have the girls basketball championship tomorrow night, same time. We'll be live on YouTube, 6 o'clock. The Stratford team is in that game as well, coached by Kate McDonald, the former coach at Sterling High School. They're going to take on Barrington, whose assistant coach is Miss Eppright, our substance abuse coordinator at Sterling High School, and that'll be tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
Definitely a good local feel there. But, Coach Kate McDonald just doing an outstanding job with the girls here. And, boy, they're definitely glad they have her.
Again, Kenny Bomber down. He's being looked at his knee right now. That's the last thing you want to see on a night like this.
Yeah. The offensive end, they're getting good contributions on the defensive end. Again, collapsing down low. They're giving the outside shot to Berlin and will continue to until somebody makes it. But just really doing what they have to do in the low post, communicating real well. You see them coming over in a double team and somebody gets the ball, denied Schaefer the one time down in the low post. And again, have really gone after Bomber and kind of negated a lot of his opportunities. We hope this young man's okay. No question about it.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player.
Yep.
And obviously Berlin needs him. His left knee is definitely the problem. They're doing something with that. Somebody is working on him right now. Again, I don't know who that person is. We don't know who the trainers and things are. As they are, now he's bending his knee at least. That's a better sign. Again, I didn't catch it when we were live doing this, Kevin, but
yeah, I just saw him go down. I think the ball went up here, and I don't even think the officials caught it initially. Well, that's a real good sign. Bomber being up on his feet. Crowd giving him a good, well-deserved round of applause.
So the 8th grader Kenny Bomber is going to go back to his bench. As we mentioned, he has 7 of his team's 9 points. And I think if you're Berlin here, trailing at 21-9, if your cage hasn't been rattled, it's definitely rattled now.
Yeah, that's.
And you can look at the players on the Berlin; they're all looking at Bomber on the bench right now.
Because you feel like if they have a run in them, he's got to be a big part of it.
Now they're rubbing at his left quad. Now it's possible, as we had that charge attempt, that was no call either way. They play on. Maybe he got like one of those Charlie horses, a knee right.
Yeah, and they'll keep you down. One of those things that'll keep you down for a little bit, but obviously not as serious as some of the other possible injuries you could have with the knee.
All right, we're going to get back to live action here in the second quarter. 5:15 and counting now to play here. Here's a 3 for Camardo. No good. Comes back to Camardo. Jump shot. No good. Nice rebound. Play on. Rebounded beautifully on the play by Schaefer. Schaefer has it knocked out of bounds by Gordon.
Well, with Bomber out of this game, they're really going to count on Schaefer on both ends of the floor down on the low post.
Just under 5 minutes to go until the half. Schaefer was double teamed in the corner. Trying to swing it around, nothing there. Back to Schaefer. Check that, that's that Haldeman. Inside now, Schaefer. Feeney. Camardo saw that. Camardo, and he will go to the foul line as he is fouled by Marini. Unofficially, I have Marini with 3 fouls.
Well, whether it's Long or Camardo, they're really creating a lot of havoc out on the perimeter for Berlin, and Berlin continues to telegraph the passes, and you can't do that with the way these guys defend on the perimeter.
As a team, Stratford 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Camardo will get 2. Pretty good free throw shooter as well. Kiss of death, he misses.
Yeah, well, good backcourt here that's young. I mean, you look at Long and Camardo, only 7th graders, and this is a good sign for Berlin with Bomber coming back in this game.
So Bomber back in. It's still 21-9. Camardo will get 1 more. Camardo goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He now has 6 points. 22-9. Berlin trails Stratford. 4.5 to go until the half. Stolen away. Raymond wants to do it himself. Big collision. They play on. Still playing on. Double team up the floor. Here comes Berlin. Nice pass inside. Converted nicely by Bomber. He has 9.
Bomber comes in the game and has an impact immediately. And a great pass by Dylan Marini.
Coach Kogan for Stratford calls time. And I think what he didn't like on that, you like the aggressiveness there by Raymond. Kind of went in there out of control.
Yeah, and when you do that, you take the big steps. You give that defender extra time to set the feet. Might have got away with one right there.
And again, the defender was right there waiting for him. I think, fortunate, as you said, that the foul was not called.
And when you take the long steps, you kind of take away your ability to move laterally in those last couple steps, as opposed to going and having the shorter steps. And that was a call, a no call that definitely benefited Stratford.
Yeah, you're going right down the middle with those long steps. You have nowhere to go. I'll tell you, that was a gutsy effort. That might have been Marini. I'm not sure that tried to take that charge. Maybe Halderman. But that was a heck of an effort there.
Yeah. But getting back to things that looked impressive by Raymond, and that is the way he ran the floor, controlled the ball for a big guy. We've seen him finish on the short baseline drives, the drives off passes down the middle, but he just controlled the ball the whole way up the floor.
All right, it looks like Berlin's going to extend their defense to half court now. Interesting, too. You have two seventh graders running the point. Raymond gets across. Camardo faked it. Kicks it out. Raymond for three. In and out. Good rebound underneath, and going to the foul line will be Yardmerkaya.
Boy, Yardmerkaya is one of those kids who just has the knack for knowing where to line up, where to position himself, getting a lot of defensive rebounds, and gets himself rewarded by a trip to the free throw line here.
Schaefer to the free throw line, looking for his first points of the. Check that. Going to the line is Yardmerkaya. Misses on that one. They are 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Yardmerkaya gets one more. No good on that one. Somehow Raymond gets the rebound. They set it up. Those are little things that kill you if you're Berlin. Raymond pulls up from 10 and drains it.
Hasn't really made anything from out in three range or anything from that far out, but boy, Raymond's deadly on those short baseline jumpers, the running one-handers.
Jump on the floor, and what do we get? A timeout is called. Raymond got the timeout when Stratford had the ball. So heads up by him, so not only physically playing well, but mentally playing well.
Yeah, good heads-up move there, and that always helps, you know, as an 8th grader. Shows not only is he a great player, but really an outstanding leader on this team.
Cheerleaders trying their thing in front of us. All right, as the teams break down. I have a feeling being around the Stratford program, my son played here 4 or 5 years ago. Coaches tell him just be smart. You're up by, you know, you're double deucing them right now, 24-11. You're well ahead. You can run the floor if it's there, but if it's not there, come out and run a play.
Good half-court sets, limited amount of dribbling. Just move the ball around, get everybody involved. And Tad, eventually, if you do that, the longer you do it, the more likely you are to get somebody out of position.
Camardo fakes, drives in with the big man, and he's going to the free throw line. I believe Schaefer might have just picked up his 3rd foul. Yes, he did. So to the free throw line will be Jason Camardo, 6 points on the night.
Yeah, what a job of Camardo with the pump fake, quick first step, and very impressed in how he's able to go up against these big guys and still is able to get himself to the free throw line.
As the assistant baseball coach at Sterling, I will say at the line right now, could be our future shortstop in another year or two. Jason Camardo, heck of an athlete. Camardo gets one more and gets that one. So now 5 for 10 as a team and 7 points for Camardo. 3 minutes to go, first half. Bomber knows he's got to do it. It's hard when you know you got to do it. Stolen away.
And defensively, Stratford is going right at him, collapsing down. They'll send 2 or 3 to him.
Long puts it in. That's a beautiful drive. Ramir Long now with 6.
And a great sense in the last couple of steps of just knowing where the defenders were. Kind of circled around there and went soft off the glass.
3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Gordon. So far, it's been all Stratford. They play on, and we get a travel and Berlin ball.
Yeah, it looked like Long just kind of lost control of things right there, but well, his miscues have been few and far between. Very impressed with what these 2 7th graders between Camardo and Long are doing here on both ends of the floor.
Here's a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Long. Collision, they play on. Three-pointer is off. Brayman, no good. Rebound, back up, no good. Somehow coming away with it was Schaefer, and hurt at midcourt is another young man. This is Premier Long, and he is shaken up at midcourt. I'm assuming Mom coming out for him. He went down hard at midcourt.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of bounced off a couple of Stratford defenders right there at midcourt and then hit the floor pretty hard.
I'll tell you what, you can't say this has not been a physical game. It has been a very physical game.
And not only physical down low, but physical, and as evidenced by what happened here, physical out in the open floor. We're seeing some of these guards go down, and both teams not afraid to take on contact, and you really have to have your head up, I think, in this game when you're taking the ball up the floor.
Sound like a hockey coach. Keep your head up, man.
Yeah,
Keep
right.
it on a swivel.
For the check.
Yeah, because they are running the floor, and there's some big young men up here, and they are playing physical. Again, for everyone watching us live here on YouTube, welcome to Sterling High School's TV 19 YouTube page. I'm Tad Kozineski along with Kevin Schulz. For the most part, we do mainly Sterling High School games on here as Long gets back up. It's just one of those things right now. We do cable TV in this Stratford area, and this is, I'm guessing, our 8th or 9th year. We're pretty close to that, doing games of this championship.
And it's great because we get to see what's ahead of us and some of the potential that a lot of these kids have, and you can definitely see it. And obviously, we've seen some very good players here, and they've gone on to Sterling. I remember we talked about Anton Arnett a couple years ago, went against Jerome Brewer, who's at Camden, and held his own with about a 6-inch height shortage. But you could see some of the good things that were to come, and he's really fulfilling all that right now.
There seems to be wetness on the floor. Wetness on the floor, I assume, is what we're trying to do. The referees did not like on the floor. It's not the NBA where you have the guys with the towels.
Coach's jacket right there, taking one for the team.
Coach Bart, a big fan of ours here on the Sterling YouTube page, pointed to his fans out there. They always said he'd clean up in this business.
Wife's going to make him go out and buy the stain remover and the brush.
All right, a lot of delays, but back to action. Under 2 minutes to go first half. Stratford leads it 27-11. Here's a three. Short. And it's going to be Stratford ball. Into the game now for Stratford, Mike Tompkinson. As coming out was Long.
Boy, Berlin had a run in them, towards the end of the first quarter. Had a little one in the beginning of the second quarter, but Stratford's done a great job negating that through great team defensive play.
Ooh, Raymond had a man wide open, and Gordon overthrew him into the sea of humanity to the left. I mean, literally, there's standing room only on both sides. They're about 9 and 10 deep. 1:20 to go first half, and that is stolen away. Camardo triple team. He's down and taken away by Raymond. Raymond going to slow it up. Now he makes a move, picks it back up, kicks it back out. Tompkinson for two. No good. Loose ball. Taken away nicely by Schaefer. 1 minute to go, first half. Short on that shot. It rolls out. Yagmar Kaya on the rebound.
Well, when you're having trouble offensively, those are the types of things that are going to happen. You're not going to get the good bounces.
Here's Raymond. Swings it over. Tompkinson. You can hear Kogan saying, bring it out. He wants the last shot. 36 seconds and counting.
Good job of Tompkinson going to the ball right there.
10-footer is drained by Gordon. He has four.
And Gordon, he's another one. He's doing a good job in the low post. With two defenders in his face.
I hope he plays football. He's got that kind of rough attitude. I like it. Still play on inside. You're going to get a foul against Raymond. So Raymond's going to pick up his second foul. Bomber now has 11. 12 seconds to go here in the first half.
No. Berlin desperately needed to get the ball down the Bomber, and He's going to have an opportunity here for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Spencer Haldeman into the game. One more for Bomber as a team. They're 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Working on that left leg. You're just tuning in. He heard it earlier. Gets that one to go. 12 for Bomber. Long is going to come back into the game. Tompkinson comes out, I believe. Is he coming out? Yes. 12 seconds, first half. Raymond. They look to double him. Long. Send it back to Long. 3, 2. This will count. No good. And that is going to do it for action here in the first half. Stratford has led from the start. They lead at 29-14. Before we go, we'll take a look at the cheerleaders here. It looks like the Stratford cheerleaders are going to set up their routine. And they'll have a little music for you, so we'll try and follow that routine as best as we can. And then after that, we'll take our break. So I know there's some cheerleader fans out there and cheerleader parents watching, so we'll see what they have for us in this routine. There's one girl who can flip all over the gym. I've seen her this year. She's really talented.
Probably a cheerleader / gymnast on the
She would have to be. All right, so we're going to give you this halftime view here in a second. They're just setting up their music. Looks like the mats are set up. We'll shut up once they start here at the half. Oops. So we're waiting against the Yellin cheerleaders.
It's in our blood.
All right, there are the cheerleaders from Stratford. Unfortunately, because of the copyrighted music, we weren't able to play the music, but we just wanted to at least give them a chance to get on there. What happens live on YouTube, if we play copyrighted music like that, eventually they will knock the stream off live, so we wanted to give them a chance to get on. We have about 5.5 minutes to go until we start the second half. We'll take a break. We will be back with more here on Sterling High School Channel 19 in a moment.
how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh wow, really? Alright, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
And welcome back, everybody. Tad Kazaniski, Kevin Schulz back with you here at the half. We're about 30 seconds away from the start of this game. As we look at the leading scorers, first for Berlin, Kenny Bomber, 12 points, and Ryder Haldeman, that's it, two players have all their scoring. Now, Yellin, Camardo with 7, Vermeer Long with 6, Brayman with 12, and Dom Gordon with 4. So first I'm going to ask you play Berlin coach, Kevin. How does Berlin get back into this game?
You have to find a way to get the ball down the Bomber. And, boy, you know, for all the great things Stratford's done on the offensive end, Berlin has to find a way to move the ball around the outside better. If you have those extended half-court trip opportunities, I think there's a better chance to get the defense out of position. Easier said than done, though.
Yeah, I think Berlin's got their work cut out for them for sure in this game. Again, it's 29-14 at the half. That quarter, Stratford outscored Berlin 14-7. So you're asking a team who's only scored 14 points just to get even. They're going to have to do better than that if Stratford doesn't do anything. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. And we welcome back our recorded audience. Tad Kazaniski, Kevin Schulz with you here, Sterling High School TV 19, as we start the second half of this 2020 championship game. Berlin will inbound the ball first. They trail it 29-14. Again, if they can make some shots from the outside, they can make this interesting. There's their first one, no good. Rebounded by Long. Long looks to run the floor. Kicks it out for Camardo, who shoots a 3 short. And that goes off Schaefer. That's going to be Stratford ball.
Yeah, Stratford maintaining possession right here.
Stays with Stratford. Long to inbound. Here's Raymond. Camardo picks up his dribble, wide open. Nice pass, give and go, and going to the foul line will be Yagmerkaya.
Yeah, and Tad, it all started with Camardo having great awareness of where the defender was, and not only that, knew where his man was down low, and then even better ball movement. But it all started with what Camardo was able to see on the floor.
Yagmerkaya looking for his first points of the night. Not able to get it. As a team, they are 5 for 11 now from the free throw line. One more shot for Yagmarkaya. Not able to get that one. 7:26 to play in the third quarter.
Boy, with just decent free throw shooting, they could be out to a 20-point lead right now.
It's not over yet. Bomber, they pick him up. He's almost triple teamed on that last play.
Yeah, and they're trying to bring him out to the high post.
Schaefer misses short. It's rebounded by Gordon, has it stolen away. And that's off Stratford. That's going to be Berlin ball.
Well, that's the other thing, Todd, with them collapsing down the Bomber. It's going to give Schaefer more opportunities down in the low post.
Berlin is not giving up. Under 7 minutes. Here's a three. Yagmarkaya rebounds. Here's Camardo. Camardo in. He's going to go to the free throw line and a foul against Marini. If that's his, I have him unofficially for 4.
Wow.
Again, they don't post the fouls on the scoreboard. Camardo's going to go to the free throw line.
Smart move by Camardo because Marini's, he's one of their keys out on the perimeter. Both the offensive end really handles the ball and runs that fast break. And Camardo went right at him.
As a team, Kevin, 5 for 13 now from the free throw line.
Just can't say enough about Camardo's ability to make every drive count. Finds a way to get himself through initiating contact to the free throw line.
Makes that one. He has 8. As somebody who's coached him in the offseason in basketball, he's like having a player on the court.
It seems that way. Especially that one look he had. Faked on the perimeter and found the forward down low.
Around the perimeter, baseline drive, double team there. Trying to go with his Marini. Has it deflected, Raymond picks it up. This defense of Stratford's been superior tonight.
Just communicates so well with the help defense.
In and out. Rebounded by Schaefer. Marini behind the back, and you're going to get a blocking foul against Camardo. That'll be his first. Team's first.
Marini turns the tables on Camardo after Marini was called for that block on Camardo's drive to the basket.
16-point lead for Stratford here in the third quarter. Inside, this should be a gimme. They double team. It's going to be a foul against Gordon. And going to the free throw line will be Bomber.
Yeah, good job of Bomber getting to the position where he's able to draw the foul. But if I'm him, I want to get that ball and put it right up. No need to put that one on the floor. He didn't need to get any closer to the basket, and that gave the defenders extra time to get over there. But good job recovering and drawing the foul.
We talked about Stratford's foul shooting. Berlin's is the exact opposite. Bomber now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's got 13. It's a 15-point lead. Long on that one. Stratford by 15. And, get a break there. Here's Long. They were very fortunate on that one.
Yeah, Long's another one who's been all over the place defensively.
Really good ball handler. Raymond wants it. Jumps Long. Good box out rebound there by Haldeman. He saw that coming. Taken away. Here's Camardo. Camardo, will he do it again? He goes. And you're going to get a foul against Marini. Now, I had him with 4. This has to be at least 4 now. And it is against 12.
Well, another play that started with great anticipation.
That is his 4th foul, Kevin.
Okay.
So, Camardo back to the free throw line. Again, the story 6 for 15 as a team from the free throw line. It's that one.
And this all started off with Camardo getting the steal. Again, making it so difficult for Berlin to move the ball around the perimeter. And, of course, Camardo takes the ball up the floor, runs the break as well as anybody.
Feeney comes into the game. Camardo gets them both. Jason Camardo now in double digits with 10. He and Raymond each with double digits for Stratford. Looking to go inside. Here's a three from the corner. Long. Schaefer grabs it. Here's a long shot and count it. Nice shot there by Haldeman. Give him two, and he'll get one more.
Well, good shot by Haldeman. Also, you know, as this game goes on, another thing Berlin needs is to hit something from the outside. Really haven't had a good perimeter shooting day. That's going to draw the defense out. And give credit to Berlin. They're hanging in there, playing tough against a real tough defensive team in Stratford.
Not able to get that free throw. Raymond. Berlin has stepped up their defensive game here.
Yeah, a good job by Raymond. Pulling back, moving the ball around the outside.
Kaboom! Raymond for three.
You talk about Berlin needing a hit from the outside. Boy, if Raymond can hit threes, drawing defenders out on him, it's going to give him more opportunities with that quick first step to drive to the hole.
Kaboom! Right back at you. Ryder Haldeman, he's got 7. 15-point lead, Stratford. 4:40 to go, third quarter.
And the need to bring somebody out on Haldeman is going to open things up for Bomber down in the low post.
Bomber just committed a foul in front of the Stratford bench. That is his second foul. Only Marini and Schaefer in foul trouble. I have Marini with 4, Schaefer with 3. Raymond. Swing it over to Camardo. Camardo thought about 3. He drives. Raymond goes inside. Nothing there, but he fights hard, almost gets it. Loose ball picked up by Gordon, and Gordon is fouled on the play by Haldeman, who just picked up his second foul. Gordon hit the floor hard on that. That is the 5th team foul against Berlin.
Yeah, there's a lot of physical play going on, even away from the ball. That one obviously resulted in a foul, but bodies are really going to be worn out tonight.
4:17 to go, third quarter. Stratford by 15. Get it in finally to Gordon. Banks it short. Rebounded by Bomber. Still a 15-point lead for Stratford. Halfway through the third quarter. Feeney for 3. Short. Comes all the way out, and it stays with Berlin. Bounding right in front of our Sterling TV 19 banner. Glad you're with us for this championship game. Here's a 3. Big rebound. Raymond on the rebound.
Yeah, they're still leaving Haldeman wide open for that outside shot after hitting a couple threes.
Camardo inside. Shot is missed, and it goes off Raymond. It'll be Berlin ball. 3:33 to go in the third.
Right now, the goal of Berlin should be to try to get this below a double-digit deficit at the end of this third quarter.
Around the perimeter with it, that's Haldeman. Looks to go inside. That's taken away beautifully. That was Gordon. Nice pass here to Long, who fakes and misses. And Yagmar Kaya puts it in. That's his first 2.
Yeah, you got to reward it with a basket, but boy, he's done a lot of the tough work down in the low post on both ends of the floor all night.
Kaboom! Feeney for 3. His first points of the night.
Let's go.
And a good job of Berlin counter. Feeney just behind the arc. He drained it.
Stratford patient, and it's stolen away and made on the play by Haldeman. He's got 9.
Well, as we talked about, Berlin needing, if they have a shot, to get this to a single-digit deficit, and they're almost there.
And they're going to get the ball back again.
I got to think Stratford's going to be near the point where they're going to call a timeout. if Berlin's able to make this trip down the floor count.
2 minutes, 25 seconds to go, third quarter. It's now a 12-point lead for Stratford. Kaboom! Drilled by Haldeman. And a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Stratford leads it 37-28. Berlin, I think, got everything they wanted and more.
Well, Tad, we said the big thing that Berlin needed was a hit from the outside, and they've done it with Haldeman. You had Feeney on the far corner. I believe that was Haldeman again. And, boy, this is a Berlin team that right now has grabbed the momentum in this game, getting it down to a single-digit lead, 37-28, with 2:15 left in the third quarter.
And you mentioned about the three-pointers now, because up until this point, Stratford has been playing back, working on the big guys. Now this is going to open the floor up a little bit.
It will, and that's going to make it a little bit easier to get the ball down to Bomber in the low post. You know, if you extend it, bring the defenders out, you can't collapse down defensively on Bomber as you had most of this game. So hitting the shots from the outside really changed the whole complexion of this game for Berlin.
Half-court trap has been a bit of an issue for Stratford against this Berlin half-court trap.
Yeah, it takes you out of rhythm. Even if you beat it, a lot of times you're not in a real good rhythm in your half-court set. And, you know, you really have to like what Berlin's done on the offensive side with the outside shots and to what you just said with that trap defensively.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third period. This is the closest that Berlin has been in quite some time. It's a 9-point lead. Stratford with the ball. They're having trouble breaking this half-court trap.
And that's where if you see somebody in trouble, you're Stratford. You got to come to the ball.
Here's Camardo. He's going at it again. Too hard. Stratford on the rebound, and you're going to get a foul. Foul against Bomber. He's going to pick up his third, and going to the free throw line will be Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon's really played tough down there in the low post. And a good job positioning himself on that shot by Camardo. Seeing the shot go long. Gets the rebound and puts it right back up and gets fouled.
As a team, they're 8 for 17 now. Not good on that one. Make it 8 for 18. They led at the half 29-14. It's now a 9-point lead. Gordon trying to put it back up to 10. Misses them both, and we get a whistle. And it's going to be a foul against Stratford. Wow. This might be against Yagmar Kaya. If it is, that's his second. 2:02 to go in the third. It is a 9-point lead, Stratford. They stay in their zone. Feeney. Inside, nice pass there. Left-handed shot, no good.
After we talked about defenders coming out, and Haldeman's going to open up for Bomber down low.
Camardo offensive foul is taking the charge. Was Spencer Haldeman. Camardo has just picked up his second foul.
Yeah, this guy's been going at it all day. And boy, Berlin had a great opportunity, and what a read by Haldeman on the outside, kind of knowing where the ball was going to go before he even got it. Great vision, great court sense. Unfortunately for Berlin, Bomber just wasn't able to finish. One of the few times in this situation, he hasn't finished.
Around the perimeter, 1:30 to play. Loose ball on the floor, and they call timeout before the ball was passed to Schaefer. Berlin's coach saw it and called a timeout. 1:26 to play here in the third quarter, 37-28. Stratford leads it here on Sterling TV 19. All right, we've notched the energy level up quite a bit here now.
Yeah, no question about it. And you can see right now, Stratford, they're coming out on the shooters, trying to go for some steals, trying to turn this game over on the defensive end, get some offensive points, because right now they're in a little bit of an offensive drought.
They're having a lot of trouble breaking the trap at half court. I like what they did last time. You have your guard penetrate, draw the double team at midcourt, and then dish it off from there. And that last time they got a decent shot off of it. So again, 1:26 remaining, third quarter. We still got a long way to go in this one. 9-point lead for Stratford. I want to remind you, if you're watching live on YouTube tonight, we think we have another really good game for you tomorrow night live, 6 o'clock, the girls' version of this game, as Stratford will host Barrington in that game. Really excited to bring you that one tomorrow.
Yeah, see some of the young ladies who are going to be knights.
We're also going to see Kate McDonald's oldest daughter. We've seen her all those years, Mackenzie. That's right.
Grow up.
She's going to be. She's their featured player. So we pick up play here in the third. 1:26 remaining here in the third. 9-point lead, Stratford. Bomber kicks it out. 3 is no good. Good box out by Gordon.
Yeah, and they're moving Bomber out down low or even out on the high post. Kind of give him any type of opportunity.
Raymond, no good. Loose ball. It's going to stay with Stratford. They say it went off the foot of Schaefer.
That's a good call. Referee's right there, and it definitely.
Hey, you're all right. All right.
1:04 to play, third quarter.
Get the ball here.
Camarda inbound. Goes to Long. Long brings it in. Under a minute to play in the third. Raymond for 3. Short. Rebounded nicely by Haldeman. Sends it all the way up. Here's Feeney. Feeney misses it short. And Feeney is going to foul Yagamer Kaya. So Feeney picks up his first. That is the 6th team foul. And that's one of those pivotal plays there, Kevin.
Yeah, and you could see that Berlin's trying to get somebody ahead of the pack. Good job by Holman finding Feeney. Just came up a little bit short.
Final 45 seconds of the third quarter. Here's that penetration I was talking about. Makes it a little easier. Long. Nice play inside. Kick it. We're going to have 3 seconds in the lane. 33 seconds in the third period.
And whoever gets, if either team's able to get a basket here to close out this third quarter, they're going to have a lot of momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Open far side. Good job. This is a monster 3. No good. Good job to let go by Balmer because he was staring it over the back. Good no call. And there's a foul. Haldeman picked up his third, and again, that is the team's 7th. So we should be in the 1-1. And if the game comes down to foul shots, you're talking a Stratford team that is 8 for 19 from the free throw line.
And not a bad foul. You know, a lot of times you say, geez, on the other end of the court, but with 15 seconds remaining, and Stratford, Tad, you talked about a team that's really struggled from the free throw line. You get a rebound, you got a chance on your own to come down and get that last basket to close out the third quarter.
Long, a 7th grader. They want to substitute in as Mudre comes in. Coming out is Haldeman. So to the free throw line, Long, 6 points. He's a 7th grader. 1-1.
Hey, box him out, Mike.
The bank was open.
And Long's done a lot of little things, Tad. Early on, we talked about him defending the perimeter. Then you pointed out, you know, and Stratford was having trouble with that trap at center court, doing a good job just going right into it and dishing it off. And, you know, again, doing a lot of the little things for the Stratford team from the guard position.
No good on that one. 10-point lead, 14 seconds to go in the third. Bomber has it himself right now. Manages to get it out to Haldeman. Into the corner. This is Cates for 3. Kaboom! Jason Cates off the bench for a 3. And we've got a game. 7-point lead, Stratford. We move to the fourth quarter here on Sterling High School TV 19. But Kevin, that was just what the doctor ordered for Berlin.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I think that was a very good foul because you give yourself the opportunity to close out this third quarter. Only a 7-point deficit, and there's no question about it. Berlin right now has the momentum in this game going into the fourth quarter.
Here's the cheerleaders for Stratford. So again, we get ready for the fourth quarter here in Sterling High School TV 19. We broke at half 29-14. It's now 38-31.
Let's go, Berlin!
Stratford with the lead.
Let's go, Berlin!
I think, again, we're talking about the biggest thing that needed to happen for Berlin was hit from the outside. We were talking at half, and boy, they've done that in a big way. And again, have really taken over the momentum in this game.
Hey, Michael. 7 points. Let's go. You guys are down 16.
As we start the fourth quarter, the third quarter,
Hey, Jake.
Berlin outscored Stratford 17-9 to get them back in this game. Tad Kazneski, Kevin Schulz with you. The 2020 8th grade championship game far from over.
You got to go look at a
7-point lead. Berlin gets the ball, or excuse me, Stratford gets the ball first.
We've really had some outstanding games in these championship games, and obviously this is definitely one of them.
Stratford only able to score 9 points in that third quarter. Raymond, one space line. Nope. There's Long. Camardo wants a three and gets it. Kaboom! Ice in his veins. Jason Camardo, 13 points.
Well, that's what your big offensive players do. Come back and put it right in the face of Berlin after the three-pointer to close the third quarter.
Going to the line will be Bomber as he was fouled going through the lane. See who picked up the foul here. Might have been Gordon. Again, they don't report it on the scoreboard, so I apologize. Bomber to the free throw line. He has 13 points on the night. As a team, they are 3 for 5. Gets the shooter's roll. Bomber with 14. This can make it an 8-point game. I'm trying
Just
to adjust it.
a huge basket tied down the other end by Camardo. and again, you talked about how Berlin outscored Yellin in that third quarter. And, you know, when you need offense, you're starving for offense. That's a big-time play by him.
It rolls in. 15 for Bomber. He's got 15 of his team's 33. 41-33. Stratford with the ball in the lead. Raymond breaks the press, and there's going to be a blocking foul against Bomber. Unofficially, I have him with 4. Again, I say unofficial because they don't post the scores, or it's fouls.
And caught a little bit of a break there. You know, on that play, you want Long to go up a little, attack the center right there, which he's been doing, but Raymond, as he's done throughout this game, to save the day. The leaders on this team right now are taking over with Raymond, and again, what we talked about, Camardo was able to do with that big shot off to the far side.
Raymond gets a 1-and-1. Leading scorer with 15. Doesn't get it. Here comes Berlin. That's a dangerous one. Heck of a catch by Cates. Cates is going to be fouled by Yagmar Kaya, who's picked up his third.
And Tad, we mentioned it. If you know, Berlin somehow comes back and wins this game, you look at all the reasons why Stratford would come up with the short end. Free throw shooting is definitely up there.
Well, speaking of free throw shooting, both teams are now in the 1-and-1. Jason Cates, who hit that three-pointer before the end of the third quarter, will now go to the free throw line. As a team, Berlin is 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Not able to get that. Somehow coming away with it and making it is Schaefer. That's his first 2.
Well, we talked about Schaefer having to come up big with a lot of guys defensively from Stratford, going to Bomber in the low post, and that's a big move right there.
Raymond up the middle, collision, grabs his own rebound, whacked away, jump ball for a second, they play on. Camardo.
Good move by Long, getting it out to Camardo.
Yagmar Kaya, yes. Gives a little bit of breathing room for Stratford, he has 4.
Yeah, hasn't done a lot on the offensive end, but each one of his baskets have come up at big times in this game, and a bigger one than that one.
Feeney wants a 3, it's no good. Long on the rebound. 8-point lead, Stratford. Camardo for three. No good. Big rebound. Yagmakaya grabs it first. He goes up and gets it. Yagmakaya with 6.
But with Berlin focusing on Camardo and Raymond, Yagmakaya is getting a little bit of room and taking advantage of it down in the low post.
Taken away by Yagmakaya. Here's Long. Long to his left. Too hard off the backboard. Rebounded by Schaefer. And we have an injury timeout as Bomber was down the other end of the floor on the ground and the referee stopped it. Referee safety first. Bomber didn't like it, but when the whistle was blown, Kevin, Bomber was laying down on the floor.
Yeah, that's a call he just had to make, and I know a little frustration initially, but I think people realize that.
10-point lead, Stratford. 5:48 to play in this championship game.
Yeah, good job by Stratford getting us out to a 10-point lead, countering some of the good things that you've seen from Berlin with some good offensive plays of their own. Yagmakaya, a role player, coming up big offensively.
Feeney wants to drive, kicks it back out. Berlin will set it up. Three-pointer off. Haldeman, no good. And over the back against Schaefer. Unofficially, I have him with 4 fouls.
Yeah, that's just a frustration play right there. Just was kind of frustrated, didn't have position. And it's going to get Yellin to the free throw line.
45-35, 5:21 remaining. Gordon goes to the free throw line. That was ugly, but it counts.
Right.
Doesn't matter how they go in. Gordon with 5. As a team, they are now 10 for 23 from the free throw line. And Berlin now with the ball, trailing by 11. Still plenty of time. 5:15 and counting in this game. Into the big man. Get it to Camardo. They play on. Camardo. He's rejected by 2 players. Feeney on the block, as is Schaefer.
Yeah, and a good job by both Feeney and Schaefer. Kind of staying away from Camardo, who has that innate ability to draw contact, and they're able to get the block and not put him on the free throw line.
Camardo looking to get it in, gets it into Raymond. Raymond wants the 3, short. Yagmakaya misses, rebounded by Schaefer. And it's going to be Berlin ball.
Yeah, and I think if you're Stratford, you want to take a little bit more time in your half-court set, move the ball around, take some time off the clock with this 11-point lead right now with 4:49 remaining.
Berlin with the ball, down 11. Haldeman. Schaefer. And there's going to be a blocking foul against Yagmakaya. Unofficially, I have him now with 4.
And that's a good look down to Schaefer. One thing I'm seeing from Berlin, kind of, they had the good look in the last part of this half-court set, but initially kind of overhandling the ball a little bit too much. I think when they do that, that's going to play in to Stratford's hands defensively.
Schaefer has 2 points on the night. No good on that one. 4:30, Stratford has to kill. They're up 11. Here's Long. He's not waiting. He's going. Off the bottom of the backboard, rebounded by Bomber. Bomber running it up the floor. To his right, back to Bomber. Nice play. Bomber with 17.
That's a great job by Bomber finishing off there. 2 guys working well on that break.
Raymond. 4 minutes to play in this championship game. 9-point lead. Stratford, they have the ball.
Yeah, and that's what Yellin needs to do, is to bring the ball out, force the defense out, and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say, they could hold it like Long just did right there if they want. Raymond pulls it away. Raymond forces one. Big rebound. Yagmakaya had it. They're going to say it stays there.
And Tad, not only you're bringing the defense out, but like you said, you're spreading the floor, and you get more of a likelihood of getting an easy backdoor opportunity, and more importantly, you're taking more time off the clock.
Long to inbound. On the floor, boy, who wants that one? Jump ball. Possession arrow goes Berlin.
Yeah, that's a big one.
3:34 remaining in this championship game. 9-point lead, Stratford. Berlin with the ball. We're a couple threes away from an exciting finish here. Inside. Schaefer tied up. What a job there. They're calling time. Nobody looked. Feeney shoots it, misses it. Raymond on the rebound.
Boy, Yazmerkai is all over the place for Stratford.
And you're going to get a foul against Haldeman. Unofficially, I have him with 4 fouls as Camardo will go to the free throw line. And now a technical foul has been called against Haldeman. Here's a chance to open this game up. Unfortunately, you hate to see that for the young man as Evan Miller is going to check into the game.
Yeah, coach kind of pulling him aside, trying to calm him down.
So now you're going to get a technical foul, and then I believe you're going to get a double bonus. That is the 10th team foul. So you're going to get a technical foul and a double bonus. The 7th grader, Camardo's at the free throw line. I have Camardo with 13 points on the night. Evan Miller has checked into the game, replacing Dom Gordon for the moment.
This is always when you can seal a game, is from the free throw line.
As a team, they are 10 for 24 from the free throw line. Now Coach Kogan talking to the referee. All right, they may have to put Gordon back into the game because of the technical foul, I guess. All right, so let's put Camardo at the free throw line. If anyone's going to make the free throws, this is the guy, Kevin. Been around him enough. This game does not faze him. And he's short. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Channel 19, kiss of death.
I'm sorry, Jason. He's one of my favorite players. Again, I'm going to be a little extra rooting for Jason because I have coached him. He's a great young man. As Miller comes into the game now. As a team now 10 for 25. Camardo will get another. Gets that one. Camardo with 14. Now they're going to put Miller into the game. Miller, fresh off the bench. This is his first play of the game. And he's a good foul shooter. He's a very good foul shooter. He makes one. Evan Miller is also an outstanding baseball player. He also is going to be one of the featured baseball players in this upcoming team of 7th graders. Give them both free throws. I'll tell you what, that's a great coaching move by Coach Kogan. Miller comes off the bench, hasn't played all night, makes them both. And again, for our baseball fans watching out there, notice we got some coaches watching. You just saw our ace pitcher coming up for the next couple of years. That's Evan Miller. He's pitched a perfect game in his career, a legitimate perfect game. 3 minutes to go, 12-point lead. Yagmerkai says, let's run some clock. Camardo says, I'll take the shot. No good. Rebounded by Haldeman. 12-point lead. Still in range is Berlin.
Yeah. They got to move fast right now. Fast. If you get any type of opening, you got to fire away.
Yeah. Here's a long-range jumper. No good. Rebounded by Long. We'll have to find out from Kogan after the game how they got Miller into the game. I'm a little confused as to how he got in. I don't know if they called an injury or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Here's a three. No good. Rebounded nicely by Bomber. Bomber battling away with an injured leg.
Yeah, Berlin's got to move a little bit quicker here.
Defense on the floor. Who's got it? Jump ball. Possession arrow stays. Nope, going to go Stratford's way. 2:15 to go in this championship game. The trophy table's being taken out in the distance. Counting it down to the 2-minute mark. 12-point lead, Stratford. They have the ball. Raymond picks up his dribble. We almost got to play with that one. Camardo grabs it. Got to keep running the clock if you're Stratford. Play on. Still play on.
Now Stratford's doing what they have to do, forcing Berlin to chase. And
there's
down by
Camardo.
12. They got a foul. And you see it right there.
Haldeman picked up his first. Again, we're in the double bonus. So Camardo's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Again, unofficially, I have Camardo with 14. As a team, I have them as 13 for 27. He's getting 2 here because of the double bonus. Not able to get that
And
one.
obviously, Camardo and Raymond are 2 big offensive weapons, but they've got contributions all around. You see Yasmer Kai all over the floor. Long doing a good job defensively out on the perimeter. Gordon, another guy who's had a lot of good physical play down in the low post. So definitely a team effort that's got them on the way to another championship.
13-point lead, 15 for Jason Camardo.
And not to mention Tad Miller coming off the bench, not seeing any time and sinking 2 big free throws.
Three-pointer bangs out long. Schaefer on the rebound. In the corner. Cates goes inside. It's stolen away. 125 for a championship for Stratford. Across the timeline to Raymond. 1:15 and counting. A little bit of keep away here. Raymond in front of his bench to Camardo. Look out, we're going to get a foul. Haldeman just picked up his second. And you're going to see Jason Camardo back to the free throw line. Into the game now, Anthony Mudre. Nice. Well, he can come in, I guess, after the first foul shot because we're in double bonus. Camardo, I have unofficially with 15. Camardo, now the leading scorer in the game for Stratford. He has 16. And coming out of the game, Dom Gordon. Camardo gets one more. $17 for Jason Camardo. Remember, he's back next year. Long is back next year. Here's the 3. Bangs out long. Raymond on the rebound. 53 seconds for yet another Stratford championship.
Well deserved, and give Berlin credit. They didn't make this championship easy. Looked like it was going to be easy early on, but could have a good fight. Coming within 7 at the end of that third quarter. You almost forget how close they got with what Yellin's been able to do in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game.
Final 28 seconds. Yellin running some clock here for a title. Final 15. And Berlin's had enough. Stratford's going to hold it. 5 seconds to go. And Stratford Yellin School, the champs of basketball in 2020. Kevin, it's amazing when the big game's on the line, Coach Kogan gets these Stratford kids ready to play.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't just one player here or there. It was an entire team. When it looked like they had their backs against the wall, boy, Tad, when Berlin hit that 3 to end the third quarter, man, they had about as much momentum as a team I've seen in a long time, being behind going into the fourth quarter. But you know, you had everybody step up. You had Camardo come up with a big shot from the outside. Raymond did what he's done offensively. Yasmer Kai was all over the floor. Came up with a few big baskets there in that fourth quarter that came at key times. Gordon was all over the floor. Long doing a great job breaking that trap at center court. So just kudos to the Stratford team. Like I said, a well-deserved win and a great team effort.
And this Berlin team, who up until the night they split against Stratford, in fact beat them by 20 points in this gym, I thought they had a heck of an effort tonight. Just came up a little short.
Well, to go against this Yellin team and outscore them in that third quarter, you got to give these kids all the credit in the world for fighting the way they did. And, Yellin fought back. There were a few runs, but to get it to within 7, we said you have to get it in single digits, and they had the momentum going into that fourth quarter. But again, you can't say enough about what Yellin was able to do and bouncing back in a big way in that fourth quarter and ultimately coming away with the championship.
Yeah, Kenny Balmer did a heck of a job. The Berlin kids are applauding to their fans and everyone around here. Classy move by their coach and their players. Again, they fought hard. Didn't get a couple breaks tonight. They got it within a couple, and good effort by them tonight. It's amazing how many times it comes down to Berlin and Stratford, no matter what the sport. It happens all the time. Yeah. We're hanging around here, Kevin, for the trophy presentation. After that, Kevin is going to have the interview with some of the upperclassmen and Coach Kogan. We're just about set to do the trophies here, so let's follow the trophy presentation now and see what's going on the floor. I think we're ready.
Berlin Community Schools Suburban Division winners and Coach Amy Slater and Terry Myers. The man, please. Managers Jackson Zulo, Jack Campanella, and Evan Drossett. Starting with Adam Williams. Sean Cormack. Ryan Dial. Ryan Kulikowski. Brady Gish. Joey Tillman. Lucas Bird. Hunter Davis. Alex Weingartner. Harry Gulilov. Shane Smith. Billy Caruso. Spencer Haldeman. Jackson Cates. Michael Schaefer. Caden Kolakowski. Jake Lee. Kenny Palmer. Ryder Haldeman. And Dylan Marini. Congratulations to Berlin Community School.
So there you see Berlin. They will get their second place trophy. We'll give a shot at them as the boys are to the left side of your screen. And they're going to come in there and get their picture. Again, there's some basketball players out there, Kevin. I don't know if they're all going to Eastern or where they're going, but there's some basketball players out there.
Yeah, it came to life with the three-point shooting, and and their grit and just hanging in there was impressive. No question about it.
See the parents come out. They're going to take a picture again with Berlin. And then once that's done, we're going to have the introduction of the Army from Stratford. I believe there's 31 players. So what they do is they give out maybe the first 20 trophies. The other sixth graders, usually they're going to end up having to have it mailed to them a little later, or they'll get it in the future. But it's nice that they can keep that many kids on there as we look at Berlin and their parents. That'll be coming up. Then after that, Kevin is going to do his yeoman's work courtside, talking to a lot of the upperclassmen from this Stratford team. Always entertaining to hear from the kids in this moment.
And this is a game where, Tad, coming into it, you even said it's a toss-up. We don't know what's going to happen. And early on, I'm thinking, boy, Stratford just looks like the better team by far. How could they, Berlin have beaten? But then we saw what they were doing that third quarter, and you can see why you look at it from the beginning of the match.
All right, let's follow and listen in for Stratford.
And Zach Ford. It's time I'd like to recognize the managers as they stand up. Nate Taylor, Connor Ryan, Chris Jager, Connor Wells, and Connor Warrington. I would also like to recognize the following players. Please stand up when your name is called. Kevin Woodruff. Dylan Weinsman. Will Stubbs. Anthony Reyes. Super Rayner. Luke Lomax, Keaton Liddy, Philip Hatfield, Nolan Giles, Aiden Gates, and Zach Capelli.
right, there you see the champions from Stratford. We're going to let Kevin get ready. We're going to look or two at them live, and then we'll have Kevin get them over here at halftime. For our recorded audience, we will step aside, take a break. Our live audience, we will continue on with the coverage here of this championship game. Your leading scorers in this game, 7th grader Jason Camardo led all scorers with 17, along with, I should say, Kenny Balmer of Berlin. Each had 17. Brandon Raymond finished with 15 for Yellin. Second leading scorer for Berlin, Ryder Haldeman with 12. Again, you get a good shot of the team. Get a good shot of the team over there as they get ready for their team photo. And Mr. Scholl's getting ready to get them together. Get to them in a minute. Again, we'll keep it live here as you're looking at the championship team 2020. I'd have to count how many that Mr. Kogan has won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. My counting is horrible. Divisions, let's see. 3, 6, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 5, 2, 6, 7. 35 division titles since 1981. League champions, let's see, that's 18, 19, 20 league championships for Coach Kogan since 1981. That's pretty darn impressive. Again, Mr. Scholl's will be courtside with our players of the game. That'll be coming up in a matter of minutes here. As we're getting set for everybody, I want to thank everybody for hanging with us for this broadcast. This is a long season for these guys. They have practiced a long, long way, and now it's a chance for Mr. Scholl's to congratulate these guys, and we'll learn a little bit more about some of these players here. As Mr. Scholl's is grabbing his mic and getting it ready. All right, I think we'll get a couple of these guys over here in a second. They're still posing for their pictures. Let's see if we can get some of their attention here. Get the upperclassmen first. See what I can get attention of here. Again, we're live here waiting for the post-game show to start. We're going to bring some of the upperclassmen over with us for a second. As we're getting some of the kids together and getting it going. We should have them over here in a minute or two. Let's see if we can bring them over here. Did their picture with Mr. Kogan. As we get ready, I'm going to see if I can wave them over here any second now. All right, we'll see who we can get over here. Kind of everybody's hanging. The 8th graders and the 7th graders. Can you bring them over? Trying to get one of the assistant coaches over here. All right, I just need them now. Trying to get them. We're getting close here, guys. Oh, we might have our first contestant here coming in a second. Let's go to Mr. Scholl's right now.
Congratulations. Okay. And we're back here Back here with our stars of the game. We're first going to talk to Brandon Raymond. Boy, Brandon, the game started off great for you guys. You're getting everything going. Talk about what happened in that third quarter and ultimately what you guys were able to do to prevail.
Coach was talking about it in the locker room. He was saying that they're going to get their runs, right? And we just laid back on it. We didn't get nervous. We didn't do nothing. We just played our game, the game we know how to play.
Yeah, and one thing was impressive. Many things that you did were impressive, but you seem like a real leader out there. Called a key timeout at the end of the second quarter. You sensed things that weren't right. Is that something you've been doing throughout the season?
Yeah, that's something I've been doing out the season. But Kogan, in my home, I've been leading whenever, like on the football field and everything.
Always a leader.
Always a leader, yeah.
Now, we always ask everybody this. Are you definitely going to Sterling?
Nah.
No, okay. We're losing you. But I'll tell you what, wherever you go, boy, you just have a knack for scoring. Has it gotten better with every game this year?
Yeah, for sure. I work my butt off in practice. Kogan pushed me to my max that I can go, and I just grew as an individual and as a ball player.
Yeah, you definitely did. Brandon, thanks for coming on with us. And who do we have here? You might as well introduce. Is this your little sister?
My sister,
Okay, what's her
London.
name?
London.
Okay, London. She wants to eat the microphone, but it's all right. But great job today, Brandon. Thanks for coming on with us. Okay.
Shout out my mom in Mexico.
Okay.
I love you.
Yep. It's there. Okay. Ensar. I used to see Ensar come. He used to be about this high. I think he grew about a foot in a year. Boy, you were all over the floor. Is that the type of game you bring to the table? Just dive in and do whatever you need to do?
If the ball's on the floor, I'm going to be on the floor with it. And I love to hustle. I love going after the ball. And if somebody has, I'm making sure I'm getting right back.
And a couple of big buckets there. You know, your job is to do the yeoman's work, but talk about some of the big baskets you have with a lot of the defenders going towards Raymond and Camarda. Did you sense you'd have a little bit more room to do things offensively?
If they missed, I most likely was going to grab the board and go back up and try to get the foul and try to get them in foul trouble the best way I could.
And was it as physical a game down on the low post as it seemed to us?
Yes, it was.
And Star, congratulations on a big win and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, we have Dom Gordon. We go from one guy, Ensar Yazmerkaya, who was tough and physical down on the low post, to Dom Gordon. Boy, I'm sure you're going to need a few ice packs after tonight's game. Talk a little bit about what went on down there.
So I just focused on getting rebounds, basically. My main goal is not to score, just mostly dominate on the boards. I knew that they weren't a good team, like boxing out-wise, so I knew I just had to get in position, and I could just dominate the boards.
And a good sense of where the ball's going. That's one thing about you. Not only did you box out, but you knew where to be on those rebounds. Is that something Coach Kogan has talked to you about?
Definitely. We work on it every day in practice, and just eye coordination to know where. Look at the person's eyes. Look at where he wants to go, and you'll know where he's passing it every time.
Bomber was their big player down in the low post. You guys did a great job collapsing down on him. Was that just a sense of communication between everybody in the low post defensively?
Yeah, I think so. I knew he's big, but he's not good at boxing out. He's just a figure there. So we knew that we could dominate down low. If we got in front of him, we boxed out, he would reach over us, and then that's how we get fouls.
Anybody who likes old school basketball has to like the fact that Dom, I think, has said box out 4 or 5 times, and it really emphasizes the way you played tonight. Dom, is this one of your biggest moments in playing basketball, winning a championship?
Definitely, the most. This is my 3rd year here. We've won a championship every year. We just had to do it again. But this time I'm starting, so same, different year, same us.
Dom, congratulations. Enjoy the win, and don't let go of the trophy. Thanks for coming on with us. Premier Long, another little sister you're bringing along here? Okay, and what is her name?
Leonie.
Leonie, okay. Wow, you did so many different things in my mind. I'm just trying to think back. One big thing you did, we'll get to some other things, was when they were half court, you attacked them and found the open man. Talk about what the key was to being able to do that.
It was just to have their two middle guys just come in so I could dump it off to either Raymond or Jason, who was both playing good tonight.
You and Jason Camardo, I'm only seventh graders. Talk about how well you guys play on the offensive end.
It's pretty easy for me because with him to be able to shoot as he could and Brandon can have both of the abilities, it makes it way more easier for me than anything. So me and Jason just got a connection that I don't know.
Do you feel like you know where each other is on the floor at all times?
Yes, it's either one of them or either side, but Jason usually on the left.
And winning this game, does it make you want to even more repeat next year when you're an eighth grader?
Yes, for sure.
Well, great job, Premier, and thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck next year. All right, bud. Okay. And we're going to get Timmy first. Timmy coming in here. Congratulations on winning the championship. What does it mean to be part of a team that ultimately prevailed and won a championship?
It's great. We worked so hard for it, and it just feels so good winning it.
Yeah, and obviously you talk about everybody on the team, obviously cheering the guys on. Do these guys, and yourself included, work as hard in practice as any of these other teams you've seen? Is that one of the reasons why you ended up coming up with the championship?
Yeah, we have great leaders, and Brandon and our Dom, they just constantly pick up everyone. They just lead the team great.
Got a little nerve-wracking there in the third quarter. They outscored you, got it within a 7-point deficit. What was said amongst the players going into the fourth quarter?
Just keep cool, keep playing, and stuff like that. And Coach also said that they're going to have little runs, but just keep playing.
You guys definitely did this. Well, congratulations on the win, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay. We have Anthony right here. Anthony, congratulations on the win. Was there a lot of nerves amongst everybody coming into this game? Obviously a championship game, but seeing all the people, the crowd, does it make it a little bit more nerve-wracking?
At school, it wasn't too nerve-wracking. Everyone was more calm. And then as soon as we got here and saw everybody here and witnessed the atmosphere, I think it got a little more nerve-wracking. But once we finally got on the court, relaxed and all, I think it really took off, and that's why we won, I think.
And what were some things you guys did in practice that you thought helped out and translated, and you ultimately coming out on top?
Constantly working on different things, like the press drill, in case they pressed us. We were really good at working on the press. And different little drills that Berlin does during the game to help us execute and win today.
Do you guys work each other and push each other in practice, and is that why it's such a team effort and why, again, ultimately you came out on top of this game?
I would say definitely we all push each other. We all know that everyone can push beyond their limits because that's what kind of team we are. And it just, everyone contributed throughout the whole season, and it just went really well.
Yeah, it definitely was a team win. Well, congratulations on the win, and thanks for coming on with us. Okay, you're welcome. We have Mike Tompkinson coming in here. You got some playing time early on. Did you sense that your team, from being out on the floor, I guess was nervous initially, but when did you feel like your team relaxed and was able to play the type of game that they played tonight?
I think when we got a big lead, a comfortable lead, we relaxed a little bit and we knew we had this in the bag.
And is it a sense where everybody was involved? You were out there diving all over the floor. When you just make a play, make a steal, does that put you in your comfort zone?
Yeah, it creates momentum and it makes you more relaxed and you're in the game and you're doing a big role in it.
And you talk about that momentum and being able to create it, and I think the key time in this game where you needed that was when Berlin took over the momentum. Has your team all year found a way to fight back and pull the momentum back on your side?
Of course, we have leaders in Brandon, Dom, and Ensar, our 8th grade leaders, and they always make sure we have our headspace in, and we're always pushing, and we're getting that win back.
Well, great job tonight, Mike, and congratulations on the win, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay. And we have Timmy? Brandon Allison. Sorry, Brandon. Okay. Brandon, boy, the smile you had when you came over tells it all. How many years have you been playing for Yellin basketball?
3.
3 years. And obviously, you look at your team and what they were able to do. Was there any nervousness, if you come a little bit closer, any nervousness in that third quarter when Berlin came back and got themselves within 7?
No, because the practice, just seeing that, the effort that we put in, it's just being able to see that we can do anything.
Yeah.
So we knew that they came back, that we just had to push a little harder and we'd get there.
Was it the sense that you guys knew that no matter what they did, what they came up with, you guys were prepared for it?
I mean, it's like so-so because like they're good, we're good, but we know that we practice hard. We've been like it's consistent. Like we lose some, we win some, but in the end we came out with a dub here. So that's all that really like.
And you overcame adversity. Was that a big part, you think, of why you're able to come back with what they did in the third quarter?
Say it again.
You overcame adversity in that third quarter. Has that been a big part of what your team's been able to do this year?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's a good quality. Well, thanks for coming on with us, and congratulations on the win. Okay. And we have Jason Camardo, only a 7th grader, but, boy, you did a lot of great things in this game. Talk about how well you're able to see the floor. What's the key to you distributing the ball?
Well, I just look for the open teammate, see who's open, just pass the ball, just penetrate, gets people open, and then that's about it.
You talk about penetrating. One thing that was impressive, really impressive, not only your drives at the basket and drawing the foul, but going into guys who are probably a foot taller than you. What's the key to you not having the shot block, but being able to draw the foul and get yourself to the free throw line?
You just kind of have to, like, bump into them but not lower your shoulder to not get the foul.
And the great body control you showed when you drove to the basket, is that something that's gotten better with each game this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about you and Bramier, the excitement of knowing you two guys who played well together this year are playing again next year.
Yeah, I think we have great chemistry, and I think we'll just get better as we go on.
And your team obviously had some trouble free throw shooting, but talk about that. We felt was a pivotal moment with the technical. When you got to the free throw line, are you somebody who's just a cool customer in that situation?
I mean, I try to keep it cool, but obviously I was nervous. But, I mean, in those, like, rough times, you have to follow through. And then I made them, so that helped the win.
And as a player, you know, we hear guys tonight talk about the hard work. Is this team have that right chemistry, and was that a big part of this team coming away with the championship?
Yeah, I think we have great chemistry, having practice every day, working hard. So I think our chemistry was great throughout the game and throughout the season.
Great job, Jason, and we look forward to interviewing you again next year, same time, all right? Okay, congratulations. Okay. And Mr. K's giving him a fist bump right there. We're going to talk to Coach Joe Kogan. Talked to you the other day, and you mentioned that this was definitely an even game coming in. We'll go fast forward ahead. We're talking about the game, about the third quarter. What did you say to the team at the end of that third quarter?
End of the third quarter, simply told them we got 8 minutes to play. Just stay calm, move the ball, continue to do what we've scripted out. And that's what they did. They took the time, they moved the ball for the most part.
The impressive thing about what you guys were able to do in our minds was in that fourth quarter to start off when, like we said, Berlin had the momentum. Everybody in that starting five came up with a key play at one time or another. How good as a coach does that make you feel?
It's absolutely great because, again, we work a lot on defense. And I'm going to go back to the game before. We would not have actually got here if it hadn't been for a play that kid off the bench, Timmy Ennis, made, tipping the ball at the end of the first half, which broke up their whole offensive momentum and took them out of the game and gave us momentum coming back into the second half. That gave us to get here. So I thought it was very big play. And you see us jumping in front of passing lanes all day. Yeah. So that's very important.
Yeah. That definitely was a big key. And your ability to stop Bomber, their big player down low. How good does that make you feel? How some of your role players, Gordon and Yasmer Kaya, did down in the low post again?
They did a great job boxing out. Again, something we work on every day, box it out. It doesn't always get done, but tonight it did. And they did an absolutely great job with that.
Raymond coming up with some big plays and scoring in a lot of different ways.
He is really matured as a player. I've watched him, of course, since sixth grade, come along, become a leader, do a great job out there. And use his head. And when he makes a mistake, he'll look over to me and say, okay, yeah, I did that. Fine. We understand that. Yeah, so I'm very happy with this group.
And Last thing, obviously, you're happy for the 8th graders going out. How good does it feel to have your 2 guards, Long and Camardo, back for next year for another possible run?
They are a pleasure to coach. I mean, you got people that they think the game, they can penetrate, they can shoot, and then I'm going to mention Evan Miller coming in. Okay, he's an 85% foul shooter, so you bring him in, get those foul shooting done, and that's a tough place for a 7th grader to come off the bench like that, put those down.
I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot that we want to ask you, how did you get him in the game in that situation? What transpired there?
Okay, there was the one-on-one, so we were able to substitute him for Dom, and then you can pick anybody you want to shoot the technical foul. He was in the game.
Worked out like a charm. Yeah. Well, you needed free throws tonight.
Yes, we did. Yeah, and we made them tonight. And that's been a problem for us all year, too. Of the 6 losses, I'd say 5 of them have been very close.
Well, Coach, great job tonight. And as always, love watching you play. And do it again next year.
Would love to. All right. This doesn't get old. Thanks a lot. Okay.
And I think we're done here. We would get Zach in here. Coming in here, basketball guy, and Zach was on with us a couple times on Channel 19. Obviously, this was a game that got close in that 3rd quarter. You know, every coach has their role. What's your role in this team, and what did you say to the kids at the end of that 3rd quarter?
I relate to them. I mean, I'm young, close to them in age, obviously, and I played here years ago. I've been in this moment before, and I told them it's a game of runs. I mean, we had our run, and they're not gonna be quiet the whole game. They can shoot from the outside, and it took them a couple quarters, but they finally got hot and made a little run and made it interesting on us. So I just told them, hey, have fun. We're still playing basketball. We still have a game to win. So
talk to different people about this tradition. Coach Joe Kogan, talk about this tradition. You being here for a while as a player, now as a coach. Talk about the tradition that they have here at Yellin.
Traditions, it's really important. I take it very seriously. I like to keep it alive. We're a winning school. It's what we do. I mean, the banners speak for themselves. We seem to win championships every year, and I like to keep it that way. It's great coaching under Kogan. It's such a learning experience. If I eventually would like to get into coaching myself on my own team, and it's what better person to learn from than him.
Well, Zach, congratulations, man, and best of luck in whatever you do. Okay. Good. We're bringing Coach over here. Coach, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Wow. What a big win, and obviously, you know, it's got to be exciting. You're the one who's in the school the most, teaching in the school. Talk about coaching, but at the same time, always being able to come up to the kids in the school, and how much of a benefit are you and his coaching staff in being able to do that?
Yeah, well, I think because I see them on a day-to-day basis, because things get kind of hectic in practice sometimes. Not everything you want to say gets said. So I get a chance to grab a kid in the hallway and say, hey, about yesterday or that game that's coming up, here's what we need. So it gives me a few extra chances, a few extra bites at the apple, as they say, to get my little 2 cents in with the kids and make sure that we got all those little things squared away. And it really came together for them tonight. They did really, dot all the I's and cross the T's today in that game. The fundamentals were the best they've been all year, and they had to be to beat a team that good. They really played fundamentally sound, and just sort of picking those little spots out where the kids need to improve a little thing. Having that familiarity with them really makes that a lot easier for them and for me.
You talk about talking to the kids, and obviously this is a team that has the stars. Raymond and Camardo had an outstanding game. Talk about the role players, and kids talk about this being a team effort. Is that something you try to enforce on the kids and talk to the kids about their role in this team?
Oh, absolutely. Well, probably the biggest turning point in the game there at the end after they made the run. It was close. We got a foul call. There was a technical foul called on one of the other players, and we brought Evan Miller in off the bench. Cool as cucumber. He sank those 2 foul shots. It gave us some separation. It gave us the momentum back. That was huge. Had it worked the other way, and Berlin had that happen, but didn't really pay a penalty as far as the score went, they would have held all the momentum. The kid, it's the only time he was in the game tonight. He sees a lot of minutes during the regular season, but to walk in off the bench and sink those 2 foul shots like that. That's the kind of thing that all the players have to realize. You never know when you're going to get that chance to just come in and make your contribution. And you raised an excellent point there. That's exactly what they were able to do.
Next man up, and everybody's got to be ready.
Exactly.
Coach, congratulations, and enjoy the victory.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So that'll wrap it up for the entire tech crew. As I'm looking at John Hallwood here, Andrew and Chris, Mr. K, as always, on the play-by-play. I'm Kevin Schultz. We'll see you next time on Channel 19.